roll the tape.
Action.
So in this part of the crisis prevention model, we'll be going over the supportive stance. So in the development model, we are still talking about anxious behaviors. So this is when, this is when your clients begin to experience that elevation in behavior, or that change in behavior. We said earlier that our approach to that is going to be supportive. So the stance that I'm about to go over with you, this is a way that you guys can remain supportive and remain safe in your interactions with your clients. And so when we're talking about the supportive stance, this is your nonverbal communication. So we did paraverbal, we did verbal, and these are your nonverbal. So in nonverbal communication, it's important to keep three things in mind, and that is your posture, your proximity, and your position. So the supportive stance is a safe way to maintain all those three in your interactions with them. So that you're keeping with the philosophy we talked about, your guys' care, your guys' welfare, your safety and security. This is a way to adhere to those. Okay? So let me see if I can have you be my active participant. All right. So you're in dealing with a client, dealing with friend, family. Your position to them is very important, and your proximity to them also, and your posture. So, what do you think if I came up to and my posture was like this? What would that communicate?
Aggressiveness.
Yes. So I could tell him anything, but what I'm communicating through my body language at this moment is that aggression. That, oh man, he may want to fight. You know. Vice versa, if I'm all the way over here now, what is that communicating to you?
Safety.
Can be, but you at this point you're probably starting to run the risk. They may be offended because it's like, well, what's wrong with me that you're so far away? So there's that little bit of a balance. So when we're talking about approaching clients in that supportive stance, we're going to be, in between that social zone we talked about earlier, between that social zone and that personal zone. You're going to want to blade your body away from them so that you're not, square up with them, which is confrontational. So we're going to have our feet kind of at a 45-degree angle, and we're keeping our body bladed away from them. The reason we do that, if, the gentleman decides he wants to strike me, I have my way to get out. One of the stances that we won't go over, lift your leg if he's trying to kick you, things of that nature. But this is why we have this stance. Safe enough distance where he's not getting offended because I'm so far away over here. I'm not square up with him, which would demonstrate or portray the message of aggression. We're a little bit away between that social and personal zone. We're bladed away, our feet bladed away at a 45-degree angle. Kind of have our hands where they can see them. I talk with my hands, I teach with my hands, so as long as my hands are kind of in this area right here, this is safe. And so that's your safety stance. So here, it's a safe distance away that he feels safe, I feel safe. My posture, I'm not squared up with him where he would perceive that as aggression, kind of bladed away from him, but maintain enough of that contact where, we can have a personable discussion. Again, my hands are where they can see them, and, my proximity, my position, and my posture, is good, safe, and that is the supportive stance. So if I could have